Welcome to A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
Hello, and welcome to another day of meeting our top 65 scholars who are in the running for the Takisha A. Davis Scholarship Award. Now, yesterday we had some fabulous guests, and today I know for sure our guests today will measure up as well. So if you don't know, the Takisha A. Davis Scholarship Award, we have given this award for the last 4 years, and every year it gets better and better. This year we have some really amazing candidates, and today we're going to meet a couple more. So coming first today is, and I probably Mr. Amari. So
Yes, ma'am.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I can't complain. It's a little hot in Texas, but tell us who you are, where you're from, and what school you plan to attend in the fall.
Oh, so my name is Amari Bond. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I plan to attend Bowie State University
Oh, boy. So why an HBCU for you?
because I feel that an HBCU will allow me to, connect to my roots and help me get a better understanding about the new generation and how, other people function and how I can kind of connect with other people I don't know, other people I've never met, and allow me to get experience I need for the real world.
Awesome. That's kind of cool. I like that. So what will you be majoring in?
I'll be majoring in music education.
Oh, so is it vocal or instrumental?
Instrumental, but I do want to dabble in vocal a little bit.
Okay, sounds good. I was vocal when I was in college, so I near and dear to my heart still. So I love that. I love that. Now, when you were preparing for the scholarship, we asked you to do an essay. Do you remember the essay a little bit?
Yes,
At least
ma'am.
the topic?
Yes.
Okay, so what were your views on the topic?
So the topic was how do HBCUs, mold people, and how will they affect you in your future career? And I said, I think a HBCU will affect my career because, I'll get to meet a bunch of people from different backgrounds, see how they function, see how people live outside of Baltimore, outside of Maryland. And I think that'll definitely help me in the field of education because, in education, you're dealing with kids from all types of backgrounds, raised differently, see the world differently, function differently. So I believe attending an HBCU will allow me to at least get a little bit of practice for my educational career.
Awesome. Well, excuse me. Thank you for coming on and briefly introducing yourself as you transition through this contest. I know that we would definitely have you back on here again because, cuts come out Monday, and I think it's the top 55 this first go round. And how do you feel about that?
I think I'm feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good. Awesome. Now, was it a teacher or someone that influenced you to want to go to an HBCU?
Yeah, it was my parents because they both went to HBCUs.
Okay.
My grandparents, my brother, and my high school band director.
Oh, okay. So you come from a well-rounded family of HBCU graduates. So you kind of like legacy in that.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us your time today. And I wish you much luck as you go through the contest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Now, isn't that wonderful? We have young people from all over. So, Baltimore, Maryland, I kind of wish I was up there because I'm in hot Texas. It's really hot here. But at least I'm inside in the air. Thank God for that. So moving right along, we have another wonderful, fabulous guest, and let's see where this one is from. Welcome.
Hello. Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right, now tell us your name, where you're from, and what school you plan to attend in the fall.
Well, I'm JaSean Boyd. I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, but I am in Texas right now, San Antonio, Texas.
Awesome. Awesome.
I plan on going to Prairie View, Texas A&M for the fall this year.
Okay, so you're going to Prairie View A&M in Texas in the fall. How do you feel about that?
I'm a little bit scared, but I am happy that I'm going.
Okay. And it's normal to be nervous when you are going a little bit of ways from family, but it's a good process as well. So why a HBCU?
Well, at first it was a little pushing from my parents, but after growing a little bit, I do want to go to a college that represents my legacy and more of my culture, and I think HCPU is going to be best for that. So that's kind of the main reason.
Okay. You said push you towards your culture. So do you plan to learn more about your culture when you're at your HBCU, or
I do want to learn more about my culture since Texas isn't really, it's very like not like heavy. And again, from Atlanta, it's been like 11 years since I've been there, so I would like to.
Okay, it makes sense. That's hey. You will find your tribe at an HBCU, and then you'll also you learn a little bit more about yourself as well. I know I wish those are parts of my life that I dearly cherish when I step foot on campus freshman year, and then I still treasure when I go back. So when you were preparing for this scholarship award, we asked you to do an essay. Do you remember the topic by any chance?
I remember it was mainly on the importance of HBCUs, mainly how they have kind of uphold the idea of was it DIE,
DEI,
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 yeah, and
diversity,
how,
equity, inclusion.
and mainly how I'm going to push the idea as well when I go to college was the
Okay,
second
so what
question.
was your stance on that?
For the first part, I kind of see it more as they've kind of been a kind of like stronghold for people of color for a while, ever since like the kind of inception and kind of like their growth has kind of shown that like we can be kind of like equals to other colleges that aren't really focused for colored people. And then for the second part, I'm going to try and be my best self to kind of show that example of how we as colored people can actually be great leaders, can be people that can change the world. So it's what I kind of responded with to that question.
Okay, so you're saying people of color, you want to be your best self as a person of color?
Yeah, and just kind of show that example, be that example in a way.
Okay, be the person that you want to see.
Yes.
Makes sense. Now, when you get on campus, do you plan on doing any activities or like student government, or are you just gonna wait till you get there and see?
I do plan on doing like probably fraternities. I'm probably gonna do like clubs and stuff like that. I will try and do that. Yes.
Okay, well, that is awesome and amazing. I do wish you much success as you go through this competition. I do know that cuts will be on Monday, and as we get the list out and narrow it down, I hope to see you in the final 10.
Yeah, I hope to see myself in there as well.
All right, thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. No issue.